Hello, guys. I'm 24 years old and a deeply emotional person. And I just thought about love for the first time in about 2, 3 years. Yesterday night before going to bed. Finally, some kind of fantasy popped into my head. And I thought, what if I would meet someone really nice, really sweet? In this particular scenario, it was a Japanese girl that I would have been like chatting with online until I would be moving to Japan and I'd be learning Japanese. I'd be teaching her English and whatever, but we would gradually become closer and closer, and she would appreciate all the affection I would show her. I know you could see it as somewhat unrealistic, but it's more realistic than it happening in the area where I live. So I'm just saying that the feeling of any form of affection or love, I haven't felt that for about 2 to 3 years, right? So it was really weird for me to feel that again, or to feel it even in the slightest. To dream for that one thing that I dreamt for all of my youth, but never could attain. To feel like I have someplace I belong, someone worth fighting for, someone who would be by my side, who would actually support me. Holy shit, I'm actually getting emotional about it as well. I mean, as men, we do all want to find some place where we belong. It's something that we're driven to do. And we're not especially motivated if we can't see that thing. I mean, how are you supposed to motivate a man who isn't purely motivated by his social status, but rather a place where he belongs? Because I guess a lot of men are also super turned on by their social status and fitting in and whatever. Or leading. I mean, you could be a complete psycho and not care about any of that and just be like super duper logical about everything and just be run by pure logic, which is beneficial to you yourself. Being run by pure logic would definitely help. I mean, the only times I've thought about love ever since like 2, 3 years ago has been like in a logical sense, like if you love someone, you would probably behave like this, or if you love someone, you would probably make these kinds of sacrifices. It doesn't really seem like you love someone if you can't make any sacrifices whatsoever. If you can't make any effort, no, then you clearly don't love the person. Then the person might just be a convenient tool for you to use. And stuff like that, you know? But isn't it kind of sad? I'm 24 and I can barely see anything or anyone that would even be slightly compatible like that with me anywhere around. And I am extremely good at reading people. And I can tell like if a person would be okay for me just by looking at them. So one thing I could do would be travel with like by tram or by bus and just see the people around me. But you have no idea how uninteresting most people are. I could walk around in the town, but occasionally you'd see someone at least somewhat interesting. So that's pretty cool by walking, like when you're walking around the town. It's just depressing to see all these completely empty people, you know, kind of like the robots, you know? Complete AI. What if we're all just in a computer simulation? What if everyone's just AI and some people are just coded more simply than others? I mean, in the end, many people seem like they're just coded like run the code or execute the code, fit in, and that code takes precedence over every other code, pretty much. Because you do see all these types of things people do for peer pressure or just to fit into the group. Like, oh shit, they'll kick me out of the group if I don't smoke or drink or beat this guy up or do something even worse. And normal people have that code in their head and they would do it just because it's more important to fit in than to do the right thing. Which is really sad. Some people have more advanced codes in their head, I guess. But you know, the thing that I don't get though, because what if we're just a game? Then there's some game developer and some players among us. I mean, there's some game developer who created this world. But if you look at the world, there seems to be much more evil than good. And the neutral seems closer to evil. So I'd say, like, surely it can be an entertaining game at first and so, but the balancing issues are just, holy shit, some things are just way too overpowered and some things have been nerfed way too much. So I think the game developer is pretty shit at developing games, considering he has balanced the game worse than League of Legends. And that is damn sad. But anyways, yeah, someone should fire him, I guess. Or and terminate the game. Just, end the game. Turn it off. Shut it off. That would be pretty cool, I guess. Wouldn't it be cool? Because that would kind of mean that I'm breaking the fourth wall right now. If there's some like game developer or something watching me, I'm breaking the fourth wall, looking at them, making a video here, and just saying, "Hey, can you please shut me off?" Well, I mean, at least that sounds less sexual than "Can you please get me off?" Oh, Daddy, please shut me off. Shut us off. Oh yeah, shut me off. Anyways, so programming. Cool. But it is really, really, I mean, it would be an entertaining game aside from that. Like, just think about everything. If you think about everything, like, from above, you can see even evil as entertaining. All the gangsters, everything, and the few good people that you might see genuinely being good and not just pretending, not just virtue signaling. You see all these different behaviors and you think to yourself, holy shit, that's some pretty impressive code. Because, it's randomized in such a interesting way, although it's unbalanced and somewhat overpowered in certain areas. You might think, oh, it's pretty impressive that the code has covered so many things. Although it's somewhat faulty, it's very, considering how much it creates, right? Because there are millions of types of people, right? Or at least thousands of types of people. And then some variations and some variations in looks and such, but the looks aren't really that important. You can already make randomized looks and shit. But to randomize personalities and to give some depth, then again, most people are very simple. So making the simple code for simple people wouldn't be that hard. I think most games have already succeeded in doing that. I don't think it's that hard to code in, but coding in more advanced people and doing it for a lot of different types of advanced people seems like it would be quite difficult to code. Like, to code me, I think would take maybe about 50 years. Then again, the game developer has had well over 4 billion years to create this game, and I think that he has done a super shitty job considering he has fucking had 4 billion years or more to create this shitty game. I mean, that is pretty damn sad. How bad do you have to be at game developing to just fuck up the code and not be able to... Dude, he's worse than Yanderedev, dude. Like, holy shit. How can you make a worse game than him? I'm kidding. Yanderedev is an amazingly interesting person to watch. So, I'll give him that. And also, I don't dislike him or anything. Are you coding, son or papa? Can you please start coding again? Can you make the world better? Can you fix the balancing issues and maybe, make the world a slightly better place? Make it so that it's a little bit easier to make the world a better place? maybe cooperate, maybe, have some kind of chance. Maybe have some heroes and some villains, like real heroes and villains, and not just, oh, look, a hero, assassinate him, done. You know, just give me superpowers, please. Daddy, please. Can you increase my stats? Come on, code it in. Come on, please. Please. Daddy, I'll do anything. Daddy, I'll do anything for you. Oh, Papa Coder, Papa Programmer, please. He's probably just not even watching his game, like he doesn't care. Holy shit. I'm abandoned. Maybe I'm just a player. Maybe I'm not even coding. Maybe the people who are advanced are players, but they forget that they are players. And when we die, we stop playing the game. Like we wake up, like behind our PCs or whatever kind of program. Probably some kind of VR type of thing while we're laying down. And this is just a simulation or whatever. When we sleep in real life, we sleep, like when we sleep here in this game, we sleep in real life as well. I mean, that could be possible. I mean, you could probably even say that for the people who are very simply coded, right? Shit. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys.